Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. How is everybody doing? Let me take a look and see who's here and give some other folks time to get in the room. I hope y'all are having a good day. I wanted to do my good morning, but as you can hear, I'm sure you can tell my voice is still acting up and not letting me be great. It just won't let me do what I want to do. So I'm really trying to take it easy, but I'm happy to see you all here. We got Juanita, hey girl. Tina, Delicia, hey, Adele, DC, hey, S. Collins, you a new Royal Family member? Listen, y'all better go ahead and give S. Collins a Royal Family welcome. We happy to have you. Tasha Renee, hey girl, how you doing? You been missing, you know what, we probably crossing each other up. That's what's going on. Evangelist, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Good to see you, JC. My JC is here. Listen, y'all, I'm so glad to see everybody. I am unique. Hey, I ain't seen you in a while. MR Spiller, hey. Jam, hey. Wow. I am Tavonda. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm gonna just pop y'all up on the screen as I see you. L.A. Latham, Ernestine, Tyler Reed, Black Opal, D. Nicole. All right now, Enlighten Hugh. I love it. I'm so glad to see everybody, Miss Drea, Miss Charity Gardner. All right. Listen, y'all come in and get comfortable. Shoes off. Shoes off and loosen up them bra straps because you know they be about to cut us in half. 504 girl, hey. Girl, listen, JC sent me something where somebody said that Jada got picked up for murder after last night. He should have got picked up for murder after last night. Mystery Hill, how you doing, boo? Hey, Nell, how are you? I'm so glad you was able to catch a live. I am. Oh me, oh my. How you doing? So good to see you. Listen, I'm so happy all of y'all are here. I appreciate you so much. So listen, you say you make some fresh ginger tea and raw honey. Girl, I done drank so much honey and ginger and turmeric and lemon and this and that. I'm just gonna have to make my way through it one way or the other because I don't think it's just gonna go right for me right now with this voice. But I'm gonna work with it the best way I can. Also, I wanted to let y'all know those of you who were looking for the Amazon wish list, the link has been fixed. So I don't know what it was doing before. I think it was my fault because a lot of stuff with me, if it's anything to do with technology, I can almost guarantee you it's user error because I'm gonna mess up. If anybody can mess up some stuff, I can. Okay. So I think I messed up and I didn't finish something. You got another live, Benita? Hey, girl. Yeah. So I got it together. I'm not messing up no more. I figured it out. I'm trying to do everything at one time, and I do have a lot of people helping and stepping in to help me out, and I appreciate that. So y'all, please forgive me when I'm making my mistakes and whatnot. All right, Keaton with the new picture. New Year's Bay, how you doing? Naturally, Nakaya. Girl, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Shrinking Sharon. Hey, Alondra. Y'all bear with me in this voice. It's raggedy. It's real raggedy. But it's working for now. For now. So I'm trying to get a couple things squared away so we can get into what we're talking about today. I know y'all seen the title. So it's gonna be a little fun. It's gonna be a little interesting. Hopefully you can relate and get to thinking about some things that possibly you run into, maybe some things you've done that kind of fell into that category. Hey, Marcella, love you, boo. I'm glad you're here. Girl, I don't know what's going on. It's like ain't nobody getting notifications or something. I don't know. Hey, so Deb, how you doing, darling? So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and hope for the best. Um, anyway, we're gonna talk about some great pretenders, okay? And it's going to be interesting because I think all of us have fell in that category at one point or another. So I think it's going to be interesting to really delve deep into all of the things that we do and have done and the people we run across that got these same behaviors and what to do about it to make sure that this kind of thing does not keep happening to us. Definitely to make sure we're not the ones doing it. And, you know, when people are doing it, if we can't gently, tap them on the shoulder, as Monique said about them bonnets, then we need to gently back away. But some of these people are just crazy, and we gotta respect that. They got a right to be crazy, and we got a right to stay the hell away from them, right? At least I thought so. I love it. Alondra's throwing the family love emoji in the chat. I love it. I love it. I like when y'all use my little emojis because for one, it took me forever to even get some emojis. Okay, so anytime you can use them, that is everything to me. Also, when it comes to before we get into everything, I'm definitely thanking everybody for being here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Help me out by hitting the like button. As you come in, subscribe if you haven't already, and membership links are in the description of the video below. If you get an opportunity to do so, or if you'd like to and can't, let me know so I can help you. Also, everybody who is planning to attend movie night on Friday, I see that I'll say about 1/4 of the members have voted on the start time for movie night. The rest of you, I'm telling you, if you miss out, you're gonna miss a treat. So it looks like movie night is gonna start around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you know how to count back and you know your time zone. That's when we're gonna start. I'm gonna give y'all a brief little interlude. We're gonna have some music bumping or whatever so we can chill and relax while we waiting for the people that's late. Because unfortunately, we do be on CPT. And with that CPT, they might be 20 to 25 to 30 minutes late. And so I want to give them a little time. I'm not going to do a whole 30 minutes of music, but we're going to do a little bit so that way we can give them time to get in there because we're not restarting no movie. I don't care how late you are. It is not going to happen. Lord DC said, and don't forget to subscribe with all your burner accounts. Put crazy to a purpose. You know what? You crazy. But you ain't lying though. Some of these people got 15 burner accounts and they be using them to troll folks. So put your power to good use. If you one of them people with 12 and 13 accounts, look out for your girl. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. What I was about to tell y'all. Oh, last night we went live after the verses. That was so fun and funny. We were laughing at the fume that the Locks gave to Dipset. Now I don't know. Did any of y'all watch the verses last night? Anybody? Did any of y'all watch it? Cause I almost missed it. I turned to it in time enough to kind of see what was going on. I told him last night I felt like that was a Jada Kiss concert, and I enjoyed that. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was real ignorant. They was ignorant in a good way, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So we might play a little bit of that over there because I really didn't want to get into trying to play any of that on this channel because YouTube be tripping and they'll hit you with copyright, and next thing you know, we won't have us a meeting place no more. They'll be done ran us up out of here. So I'm glad that that's no longer the situation, right? Also, oh, Tina, you say you watched the replay? Okay. So, yeah, Silver Diamond. I saw the memes. I saw the memes they was putting up. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was so crazy. So we were ready for it because I think we all said we knew it was gonna happen, right? We knew it was gonna happen. So, anyhow, let's dig into the topic for today, right? So, what we're talking about are those great pretenders, the great pretenders. And again, if I'm talking about you, just say ouch. If you know you've ever done it or you catch yourself doing it, just say ouch, okay? This is very important. DC, you didn't know there was a versus? Oh no. Yeah, on a Tuesday. That's what I said. The Locks and Dipset should have been on a Friday because they were real wild. And there's no way that anybody should have put that on a Tuesday. That didn't even match. It was kind of like Jewel's outfit last night. It didn't go together at all. So I don't know what they were thinking when people knew they had work in the morning, but they did. That's what they did. So on to those great pretenders, right? When I say great pretenders, y'all, I'm talking about those people who cannot own where they are in life. And there's a lot of people who cannot own where they are in life. They need to pretend to be at a different status, a different place of maturation or growth. They're not able to really come to terms and be honest with themselves about where they actually are in relation to the world and in relation to their own progress. you know, some of the behaviors that we see when we're talking to pretenders, we run into people that they will kind of hang around you to learn what you're doing, but they will never directly ask you to help them. They'll never directly say, can you teach me? They'll never directly say, I don't know how to, can you show me? They'll just kind of hang around you and try to soak up free game. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me know if y'all hear me. I don't know if you hear me. Let me know if you hear me. Am I touching on anything? Am I hot at all? DT, hey boo, I'm glad you made it. So what I'm saying is, when we run into those kind of people that really are pretentious, they're not being honest about where they are and who they are. DT, I'm glad you answered me because I was wondering if anybody heard me. Shalon Jones, hey boo. Okay, Natural in the Car say she know them kind. Yeah, y'all acting like y'all don't hear me in this chat. Now I don't know what's going on, but I want y'all to let me know if y'all know where I'm coming from. Just let me know if you know where I'm coming from. That's all. Okay. Now, when it comes down to it, when we run into these people, we usually have a response, like a reaction. Your reflexes sometimes will tell you to get away from them, and sometimes that's right. Well, let me say this. Most times that's the correct response. Like, let me get away from this person. Um, you know what I'm saying? Umi or my, you say you know who they are? Okay, good. So I'm not by myself. When I get close to the topic, y'all use y'all emojis. I got some flames in there in your royal family emojis. Throw them flames in there if y'all know what I'm talking about. Right? So when we find those people, our first instinct usually is to get away from them. Hey me, you're from London? Glad to have you. And there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, Tina, throw them flames up. So we hot. We on to something. Now, that's a lot of times that is the right thing to do. A lot of times that is the right reaction to have. But there are some times when we find people that really, y'all, they don't mean any harm. They're just not ready to be that honest with themselves. They try to run from you, but they're really running from themselves and how they see themselves and their insecurities about where they are at this moment. Alondra says, yes, I can relate. Even when I'm struggling, people still looking to me like I'm the standard they measure their life on. It happens. And sometimes the way it goes down is because people have been that person for other people, they don't know how to be honest and clear about things and vulnerable and say, hey, I need help right now. You're supposed to let people know you need help. Don't feel the pressure to pretend like you got it together when you don't. If you need help, say so. Like, can't nobody save you from drowning if you pretending like I'm not really drowning, I'm just doing the backstroke. Like, let somebody know you need help. So some of the pretenders we run into are people who feel pressured to pretend. But when they do that, it comes off fake and it turns us off, right? Right. So Benita said you see it with a good friend of yours. I have one person in my life that I actually kept around because I've gotten rid of a few of them because of that behavior. But there's one I keep around even though she exhibits that behavior because I know it's not coming from a bad place. But some of those people, they'll hang around and they're not just there trying to put up a front and try to look strong because they feel pressured to. Some of them are there and they're pretending because they don't want to let you know that they need help. And they may want your help, but they don't want to let you know that they want your help. So the things that they will do to let you know, hey Delicia, the things they'll do to let you know that they are one of those pretenders. Okay, for instance, have you ever found yourself in a conversation with somebody that you know has no idea what the hell you talking about, but everything you try to tell them, they say, I know. Oh, I know. I know about that. I know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see some fire. Let me see the flames if I'm hot, if I'm hitting something you know about. Umio Mai says, right, I'm the kind to hide when I have problems, but I don't pretend I got it together. I just vanish and figure my problems out. Okay. DT says, I agree. For years, I acted like I didn't need any help and acted all together until the beginning of this year when I knew that I couldn't act anymore and be honest and needed help. Exactly. So I see them flames. I see the flames. So we hot. We on to something. Okay. We are on to something here. Benita says, true. And I see that in her. All I can do is just keep praying for her. Yes. When you having those conversations and all they doing is sitting there, oh, I know, I know, I know. Or the other famous type of person that has the pretender syndrome. is the person that you talk to. And everything you talking about, they know something about it. I don't care what topic it is. They know everything about it. They've had every job. They've done everything. Keaton says, "Oh, I'm the last person to ask for help. I will run myself into the ground before I ask anyone for help. I don't want to be a burden in my head." I'm glad you know it's in your head because the people that care about you don't see it that way. I'm glad you realize that. And so when you run into those people, if you're talking about boxing today, oh, I know about that. I was a prize fighter. And then you mentioned something about computer hacking. Oh, I know about that. I was hacking computers for the CIA in the summer of 2012. Like, I don't care what you come up with, they know something about it. They've done it. I see more flames. I see more royal family flames in the chat. So I apparently we have hit a hot spot. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Delicia said lots of housewives are great pretenders. Very true. Very true. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I'm going to get into why in just about a minute. Oh, yeah. Listen, I ain't lying, Keaton. I've had somebody tell me some lies that ridiculous. And you just kind of have to like pinch your mouth shut to keep from laughing at these folks. Okay, so Keaton Deb said he got the same issue you got. Y'all be trying to, hide it when you need a little help. Sometimes let people know you need help. People care about you, let them love you. Trust the people that love you to do just that. Trust them to love you. They'll do it. But yeah, so okay, I'm not the only one that runs into these people. And they tell these ridiculous lies, and I don't care what you're talking about, they know something about it. If it's cooking gourmet food, they know about it. Hell, it can be about cooking food from Saudi Arabia, and they ain't never been out of the state they were born in, and they know something about it. I don't care what you're talking about. They know something about it. Those are great pretenders. DC said I can almost deal with the I know people, but it's the ones that get caught being wrong and still fight you. Yes. And that comes from that same syndrome, because in order to admit that they were wrong, that would mean admitting that they were pretenders. That would mean coming to terms with what's broken and what's missing on the inside. And we have to be aware that even though we notice something, they may not be ready to acknowledge it yet. That's heavy. They may not be ready to acknowledge it yet. So then, when you start calling them on stuff, they become agitated and combative because they're not really angry with you. It's a matter of, hey, Jaja, you in here? That's right. Queen of C say her husband like that sometimes. I Am Unique says, it's always been hard for me to ask for help. I'm a little better now. I'm glad to know that. But their anger is not really at you. Their anger is at the situation. Their anger is with the discomfort involved with coming to terms with who they actually are. So you're going to run into these people that they know everything. Oh, I was a dancer. I was a singer. I was an artist. I was an actor. I was a producer. I was a track star. They were everything. I don't care what you mentioned. They were everything. And when you see that in a person, I know that is irritating. I get it. But also, that's somebody who has a level of brokenness. So I don't want us to be so mean. I know we have to get away from folks sometimes. Hey, Jaded, you made it in? Stephanie Collins says, I think this is different than a legit great pretender, but sometimes we feel like the great pretender, but that's the ugly monster, the great imposter syndrome that's telling us to doubt ourselves. Yes, that is another side to this. We're going to get to that too. Hey, Nika. Hey, Sandra Richardson. I'm glad y'all slipping it on in the dough. Okay? Because I don't want to think that y'all only show up on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays to cut the food with me. I want to believe that we can come together and put our minds together and try to help each other out. Now, I really want to believe it. Now, I might be wrong, but I want to believe it, right? So, I had forgot to put my banner up. So, if y'all need to contact me, you can. But this is the thing. So, when we see that, this is somebody who literally feels like they are not enough. And so that's why they start venturing off into the land of make believe. Okay. And I saw that you shared my video, Jaded. Thank you so much. You always listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. This is somebody who always shares my videos. I don't care when I go live. If he is awake, he shares my videos, and I thank you for it. And that's help that I need. And I don't mind saying that I need that help. And he's been such a great cousin. He always steps in and acts like real family. And he has my back. He shares it. Now, This is the thing. I want us to sincerely, sincerely consider the fact of, let's look at ourselves. Have we been the great pretenders? I'm sure most of us here are mentally balanced. So I don't think y'all running around here pretending to be computer hackers and producers and actors and track stars and dancers and stuff when you're not. I don't want to believe anybody in this room is that crazy. I don't want to think that. But I do believe that we suffer from it to a certain degree because I think we have varying degrees of it. I've seen a lot of y'all in here so far already admit to being the type of pretender that pretends like you're tough and you're strong when you really falling apart and you really want to scream and you really want to cry on the inside and you really want to, holler and tell somebody, help me, but you're holding it in when you really don't have to. Jaja says, for some, they've been coddled and catered to in so many situations that they no longer have those accommodations. It's hard for them to cope and ask for refuge because they never had to. That's true. If you never had to ask for help and it was always extended, that would make a huge difference. And hey, Corrine, JC said that Jaded is the Lothario of language. Yes, he is. I know that's right. I love our family. We got us a solid family across a few channels, and I absolutely love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Nothing at all. Hey, Miss Laura, I'm glad y'all making it in so we can really talk about this thing. Keaton said in school, I hated being assigned group assignments. I felt like I had to be in control because I didn't want to fail because of someone else's lack of work. So I did it all. You know what? I remember those group assignments, Keaton. I didn't like them either. I was just a very mean girl, and that I would sit there and not do any of your work, and I would let the whole group fail, and I would do a whole assignment on my own, all of the parts, and turn it in separately. Like I never let anybody eat off my plate. I probably shouldn't have been like that, but I was. Hey, Ra, I'm glad you made it. You're not late. We really just getting going. We're really just getting started. Just getting started. So yeah, that level, I would kind of consider that like level one. You're not dangerous, you're not psychotic, you're not sociopathic. You just don't know how to admit that you need help. Keaton is crazy. Said, I'm not hacking for the CIA, LOL. Or was a backup dancer in a video. Listen, you'd be surprised the stuff people say when they're trying to hide who they really are and when they're trying to overcompensate for how they feel about who they are. Hey, deeper than skin deep. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Yeah, it is irritating. I get it. When they're like that, it's irritating. But let's take into account we do not want to throw away good people because they are broken. Oh, that's so sweet. But Deb, I saw you shared mine too. I thank you so much. Hey, Catherine Jerkins, good to see you. So yeah, that level one stuff. I think that's one of those things that we can kind of commit to ourselves and to each other that we're gonna make a concerted effort to stop doing. We got to make a concerted effort to not be the people who are self-sabotaging, because to me I feel like that's a form of self-sabotaging behavior. You need help, but you won't say nothing. Why would you sit there and drown when you could just allow people to care for you? Alondra says, I know someone that wants everyone to look at them like they're rich and well off, even though they struggle. Little do they know, we know, but we ain't judging like they think we are. It's true. And there are people who do that. And when it comes to our people, I don't know what you're doing it for. And most of us are not rich people. We are working class people. We out here paying bills, sometimes paying them late, doing little things, gotta rob Peter to pay Paul. Y'all know how it goes. Sometimes you pay this bill at the first of the month and you leave this one for the last of the month. All the little things we do just to survive. And I think that we don't give ourselves and we don't give our people enough credit to know that folks care about you. You don't have to pretend like you got it all together when you don't. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Hey, niece. She says, afternoon, family and auntie. You have a heart of gold. There are some of us who don't ask for help because help was not there for us. I have experienced people wanting to know just to talk about you. And that's true. I'm not gonna sit here and fool you and tell you that there's some people that just they'll offer to help you, or sometimes they'll actually do things for you just so they can talk about it. So those people exist, but we can't change. Like I'm always telling you guys, don't change the way you show up in the world or the way you do what you do based on one or two bad apples, because that's not everybody. Corrine, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the stream. That means so much to me. It says, I love the way you say my name, Shanitra, just like my family do. Okay, well, I appreciate it. That must mean you got some country family. And I appreciate that. I love hearing it. And that's the thing. Deeper than skin deep, tell them again, baby. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I get that there are some people who will offer to help just to talk about you. There's some people who will tell you, you can open up to me just so they can laugh at you. Or sometimes, even if they're not going to tell anybody, some people just enjoy hearing you suffer. Because y'all know there's some people, as long as you're going through trouble, they'll listen to you. If you call that same person to start to talk about how you being blessed and how things are turning around for you, how doors are opening up for you, look and see how quick they get off the phone. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's that way. But in reality, there's so many more people who are just like you, who want to love people and want people to love them. And they've had the same experiences that you have. And so everybody's holding back. So basically, what we're doing in a situation like that, we are allowing people who are no good and trifling to keep you from other good people. So if it's 10 people that's good folks, right? Y'all could all be helping each other. But if every one of those 10 good people ran into 10 rotten people, now you could have 10 times the help behind whatever efforts you're making. But you don't have that. Now you only have one. So that one bad person literally was able to cut you off from the rest of the world. That's why I'm always saying, don't allow someone who misbehaves or mistakes your kindness or mistreats you or maltreats you to cut you off from the entire world and everybody else who may want to love you. Don't do it. Let me tell you something. If I allowed the people who have misused me, lied on me, mistreated me, done me wrong, and thought I didn't know, and those of y'all who know me, I'm telling you, they can tell y'all, I will literally have seen what you did and I won't say a word. But if I allowed that to influence me, I wouldn't help anybody. My heart would be closed off. I wouldn't sit down and try to have real conversations with people and get into, real situations and extend love. Like the fact that y'all see me with my info in the chat every single time, that's from my heart, because that's exactly what I mean. I refuse to allow one, two, or even 10 raggedy people to stop me from loving all these good folks that's out here. U.S. Army Brat says, when the pain comes from the relatives, it's a struggle allowing vulnerability to others. It is. It absolutely is. Girl, the first betrayal I ever knew was family. It's true. It's very painful. And it's okay to acknowledge that pain, but you still got to move past it so that you don't become one of the pretenders. You don't want to be somebody who is in pain and wants comfort, needs help and won't ask, drowning and won't holler help. You don't want to be that person. And so when we move on to the other type of pretenders, the ones that y'all say get on your nerves, the ones who have these strange behaviors, the lies, the behaviors where they're pretending to know everything. Not the level threes, the level twos, the ones that you're trying to talk to. They come to you under the pretense of friendship, which I'll allow it. I won't even say nothing, y'all. I'll allow it. They come to you under the pretense of friendship because they need something that you have. Sometimes they do that because they see strength in you that they wish they had, or they feel like you have ability or knowledge or character traits that they want to glean from. And that's really okay, y'all. It really is okay. I think the issue is, we would prefer if they were more upfront, if they were more honest and just says, hey, you're really good at talking to people. can I just hang around you? Can you help me so that I can be more comfortable talking to people? Or, just saying you're really good with computers or you're really good with X, Y, and Z. So can you help me with doing these things? But instead, these pretenders will come to you under the guise of, oh, you're so cool. Let me be your friend. I'm so fond of you. But they're really hanging around you, hoping to learn from you by osmosis. They don't really want you to teach them because that actually exposes them to transparency that they don't want. They don't want to expose that they have this deficit. So when you see the deficit and you're like, well, let me just explain it to you. You can do this. I can show you how to do that. And that's when we get the level 2, I know. Oh, I already know about that. Oh yeah, I've been doing that. I know about that. I know all about that. That's right, Keaton, the jack of all trade and the master of none, or deception. Exactly, because some of them ain't even a jack of all trades. Some people have never even picked up the tools of the trade. But if you try to tell them when you see them trying to steal information that you can just give them, that's when they hit you with I know and they close down and then they end up not learning at all. I've had it happen and it's very disappointing to me because I like to help people if y'all ain't figured it out. I love to help people. It makes me happy to make you happy. It makes me happy to make people smile. And it makes me happy to actually know something that's going to be helpful to somebody else because I don't know a whole bunch of stuff. So the stuff I know, I'm happy to just put it out there and say, hey, come take it if it'll help you, let me know. DC said just a jackass with no trades. This girl is crazy. I am done. And Deb ain't no better. Talking about most of them are just jackasses. Well, let me ask y'all a favor. Can we be patient with the jackasses if that's what we calling them? Can we be patient with them? If you scroll up, I pointed to something on the same side of the coin you're on now. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm gonna try to get back up there. I don't want to miss nothing. But I'm gonna try, Jaja. Delicia says sometimes your family are great pretenders. They are. They are. And let me go deeper. Not just your family. Sometimes it can be your mama or your father. That's a great pretender. And sometimes that happens out of resentment. And maybe they feel a little jealous and a little, sad and bitter over different parts of their life. Y'all excuse my voice, my croaker. But sometimes it's a matter of they feel away because, hey, I didn't get to do that. And maybe they feel away because they're seeing their children able to exceed them and surpass them. And, some parents have a hard time, liking or respecting or appreciating the fact that their children have learned something that they don't know. And it's okay. DC said, we can be patient, but I'm not going to sleep with them in the barn. I don't have to smell like it. Yeah, that's true. Don't sleep with them. Don't do that. Rochelle Clark said, right after my mom's death, I had a young woman that called herself a friend, was take our little talks. Oh, and she was taking your little talks to other people, telling them like it's entertainment. Yeah, some people are wicked like that. Some people are wicked like that. And you have to remember, oh Lord, my niece say patience has worn thin. I want y'all to thicken it up now. Don't make me give y'all some syrup water, some blackstrap molasses. We're thickening it up. That's right. Yeah, I know he's still working on y'all know over here you ain't gotta be perfect. Just try. Just, give me a shot. That's all I'm saying. Just give me a shot. The little bit I'm trying to tell y'all, if you give me half a chance, just half, it'll work out in your favor in the end. I promise you. I had funny story. Miss Laura telling y'all to hit that like button. Yeah, for real. I see 130 people in here. Y'all please hit the like button and help me out. I'm over here straining and croaking because I love talking to y'all. But if you could give me a quick like, that would help me so much and I would greatly appreciate it. Please, y'all. Now, Jaded says, it's hard for me because I actually enjoy giving, but I'm not as generous as I used to be years ago. Yes, because after a while, that kind of thing can wear on you. It can wear on your nerves, and it can wear on your character, on your nature. It starts to change your nature if you're not careful. So you have to be extremely careful with a thing like that. And yes, JC, discernment is a powerful skill, right? So when you run into that stuff, please try to be patient with them because it just may be a matter of they're broken and maybe they got hurt in the past when they exposed themselves to people and said, hey, I need some help. So then when they said it, like you were saying, maybe somebody went and took it like it was a whole story or something to entertain themselves. Hey, Miss Barbara. And so then now they don't like to say they need help. They just figure I'll just hang around and I'll just, if I watch her or if I watch him long enough, I'll learn what they do. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But sometimes parents can be those people that will hit you with the I know, and they'll be pretenders because they do have that resentment. Um, that funny story, my mom, and y'all know I talk about her all the time. That's my pet dragon, right? So this is the lady that taught me how to cook. This is the lady that put me head and shoulders above all of my peers. And I ain't just bragging, I'm just telling the truth. That lady was a mean cook and she made me a mean cook. And we don't just cook, we cook and we bake. We make pastries, candies, savory food. If you can chew it, we usually cook it, right? So I hit a point where I started experimenting with different flavors and different textures and doing my own thing. And I remember that I started messing with cakes. And so I eventually started making different recipes that nobody else was making, right? So I started doing, like, I made a peaches and cream cake. And then I made a different type of, like, a strawberry tall cake. It was like 8 layers, really extravagant and ridiculous. I went and made a whiskey caramel cake, just really playing with flavors and textures. I even made one I called a firecracker, y'all. I was acting a monkey that summer. That one had a red raspberry layer. It had a lemon layer that was a white cake. And then I did a blue layer that was blackberry, and did it with cream cheese icing and walnuts and pecans. Like, it was really good, and it had lemon zest on the top. Like, it was, I mean, it was the bomb, and the flavors really worked well together. And I remember my mom being irritated because, and she wouldn't come out and say it, but y'all know we can tell when somebody is irritated with us, right? And so she was irritated, and I had to, like, stop and pay attention to the type of thing she was saying. And it was because I had taken what she gave me and I developed something else out of it. And she felt some type of way about it. And so it was like, oh, I already know how to do that. And I already, so I just left it alone. And so you say, if you want to bake us all a cake, just say that. If y'all were anywhere near Houston, I would bake you one. And if you coming anywhere near Houston and tell me you on the way, I will turn the stove on. And so I had to realize, like, okay, when it came to my mom, that was just one example, but there were a lot of times that she felt like I was taking what she gave me and I was adding to it. And I was, but I felt like that was the thing to do. Yeah, I'm a food boss, baby. I play in the kitchen. That's how I got fat. I'm telling you, this is not McDonald's. And so I had to, look at her life so that I wouldn't hold it against her, and to be patient with her. And okay, you ain't got no problem on getting on 59 or 288. Well, just let me know. Let me know. You near M.R. Spiller? Okay, no problem. You ain't saying nothing but a word. But I had to look at her life and be patient and understand. And U.S. Army brat, what you say? Hold on, I missed it. You say your mom was supposed to be your walking billboard of advertisement. When our children win, we win, but the spirit of envy can hop on anyone. That's true. However, let me tell you this. What helped me to be patient with my mother and not hold that against her, and I love her dearly now. Anybody who knows me will tell you that is my pet dragon. That is a terrible old woman, and I promise you I will kill a dead tree stump about her. I love her dearly. I would defend her with my last drop of blood, because I understand that even in her misbehaving, it was coming from a place of brokenness. Okay? It's coming from a place of brokenness. So I examined what she came from in her story. But we have to remember, the reality is the people we come in contact with on a everyday, daily basis or whatever, we don't know their story. So that's why I'm begging y'all. I know they get on your nerves. Hey, Mace, this 504 girl said you're going to hop on 10. Okay. And I saw Stephanie say she kind of close to Houston too. All right now. So we don't know their story. And that's why I'm begging you all to try to be patient with people because you don't know their story. You don't know where they're broken or how they're broken. So try to be patient because that same person is getting on your last good nerve and turn around and end up being your blessing later. I've had it happen. I've had people that really walked into my circle and they didn't have the best of intentions, but my discernment let me know that they weren't dangerous. So I didn't run them off. I allowed them to stay close. I just kept an eye on them. It's okay to keep an eye on people. We don't have to run everybody off, do we? Do we have to be so mean spirited? We don't. Just keep an eye on them. Don't run them off because that person is broken. If you keep exposing them to your light and you're good and your energy is coming from a good place. And remember what I taught y'all about the metaphysical and making those ripples. And when you continue to make those positive ripples around these people, it may affect them and they may inadvertently. Jaded, did I say the word right? That's our resident wordsmith. They may inadvertently pick up some of your positive traits and behaviors. You know what I mean? We can change people. We can make an impact on folks without browbeating them, without low rating them, without calling them on the carpet, and even without exposing them, just by being patient and continuing to make your positive ripples. We don't have to run them off, y'all. Be patient as best you can, especially with the level ones and the level twos, because most of us are going to be level ones at some point in our lives. Thank you. Thank you, cuz, for the word check. I need you to have my back. I'm so glad you're here. Make sure you keep me straight on the words, okay? So, with that being said, I looked at this woman and I said, she's my mama, but she was a woman first. And this is a woman that came out of Vienna, Georgia, who literally went and got married just to get out of her father's home because he wouldn't let her get an education. This was a woman who ended up in the big city in a man's house that she didn't necessarily love. It was just somewhere for her to go. And so she wasn't able to explore all of the creative avenues. She wasn't able to get to, check out and see how far she could flex her abilities and how far she could take it. Queen PJB, level ones are those of us who have pretended to be okay when we're not okay, and pretended not to need help when we really did. So a lot of us have been level ones. Okay, so let's be patient with the level ones and level twos. So what I'm saying is, so not only was she not able to flex her creativity to take her base knowledge, which was exhaustive. Am I good, Jaded, with that one? So she was, exhaustive knowledge. I mean, immense knowledge, a wealth of knowledge when it came to anything domestic. If you wanted to sew, cook, which is why I'm good with those things, right? Because of that same lady that was sometimes a little tough and didn't have the best behavior. But a lot of times that bad behavior, it comes from, you knew you coming from Sister Nose's channel. Well, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. May says this happened to a lot of our mothers, grandmothers, and great grands. That's true. They weren't able to be creative because their focus had to be on survival. Okay. So reality is we have to be patient because we don't know people's story. You don't know what prevented them from doing certain things on their own. And they may actually need you, right? But they just don't have the wherewithal and they don't have the strength to expose themselves and be vulnerable. Unbothered Sheik says, pretenders that are over here learning and so proud and too proud or ashamed to make me understand. Hey, it's like that sometimes, but it's cool. It's cool. If you can pick up something, then pick it up. And I appreciate you picking it up. That's right. Exactly. Hey, HU Angel One. I'm so glad you're here, darling. Yeah, so be patient with the level ones and the level twos. I know they're aggravating, I get it. But let's be patient because that person that we're looking at that is a level two, that is annoying, they are pretending, they are saying I know to everything because they don't want to expose their vulnerabilities. You know, that's somebody that's moving in a way that they're broken. Something's broken. Somebody injured them and they haven't gotten past it. And like we talked about before, we've all had some broken areas that we either neglected to fix or we didn't know how to fix, or sometimes we didn't even realize how damaged we were. You get what I mean? Now, them level threes, that's a whole nother animal. Those are them crazy people. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have a whole lot of advice on how to handle them people. Hey, Felicia, I'm glad you made it in, baby. So the level threes are the ones we mentioned before, right? Hey, Mother of Diamonds. So those are the people that really take it too far. Those are the people that, as my mama would say, if they talking that much, they lying half the time. Hey, darling. Hey, that's right. Alita says, I recently learned my mom's story. That ish was painful to hear. I understand her a lot better now. Absolutely. DGF 627 says, I believe that some Black parents, a generation or two from enslavement, didn't want their children to shine too brightly to protect them from negative attention of racists. Yeah, that was some of it too for a lot of our parents. So we have to take that into account. You know, our story has not been their story. It's been similar. It has come out of that, but their story has been extremely different than ours. Hey, Wani. Maze, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much again. I appreciate y'all supporting the stream. That means a whole lot to me. I appreciate the love and support. But the reality is, hey, man, these are people. Our parents are people. We call them mama and daddy, but they're people. And they had a story before they ever knew you. Okay? They had a story before they ever knew you. They went through some stuff before they got there. And a lot of them had a lot of emotional traumas and damage, the likes of which we probably couldn't imagine. And y'all know we just now getting to a point where we're encouraging each other to go to therapy. And we got people still right now won't go. For the life of them, they won't go. We sitting up, we begging you, please go to therapy. Please get some help. Please don't just allow these things to happen to you. Please do something to help yourself. So, you know, during their time, there was definitely no one who was encouraging them to get therapy. It was something that just didn't happen. There's always been a stigma on anything concerning mental health, like you don't need to be mentally healthy in the Black community. So y'all know this is a real thing. But back to these level threes. These are the ones who literally know everything. They have whole stories, they got backstories. These people are the ones that I feel like, and I can't make no clinical diagnosis, this is just my opinion. To me, these are the people who are borderline, hey Mo, borderline sociopathic. Because they will sit there with a straight face and they can tell you these whole backstories of where they've been. Ladies, y'all done dated some of these people. I know you have, because when I was still out there quoting, I ran into some of these people. So I know you have. Mm-hmm. It's true. So when you run into these people, they, you know, I don't care what you mention, what you're talking about, they know everything about it. Just like, you know, Keaton was laughing at me earlier because I had somebody I knew like that. I ain't gonna say who it is. I'm not even gonna say what relation they are to me because somebody from home might be listening and they'll figure out exactly who I'm talking about. Like literally, this girl would read books, and whatever she read in that book, that would become who she was, or she had done it at some point in her life. And those people need a whole lot of therapy, and they probably need medication. Now, I will advise you with those folks. I do not agree with throwing anybody away because people are valuable. People matter. Don't throw nobody away. Don't let nobody tell you that people ain't valuable. They are. And I can promise you, if you catch me throw somebody away, there's something terribly wrong with that person. You have to be mighty bad for me to throw you away. I don't throw folks away like that. But get away from them because this person needs medication. They need professional help. This is somebody who can be potentially dangerous. So be very careful, especially you ladies and young gentlemen. Y'all so good looking, all these good looking folks in here. Y'all out here dating and quoting and whatnot. When you run into somebody and on the first date, they telling you their whole life story complete with backstories. They can tell you what happened in their last relationship and how they were the best to this other person. They treated them so good. They bought them a house, a car, a horse, 2 cows, 4 chickens, and 3 goats. And you don't know why this person left me and I was the best man or the best woman in the world. Be careful. These are also great pretenders. These people are dangerous. Back away slowly. Don't be mean to anybody. I'm never going to encourage y'all to do that. Hurry up and get yourself out of there because this is about to go wrong. This is about to be an episode of Snapped. Okay? Do it. Alondra said, I've ran into some of those. Most of the time, they are narcissistic and very scary to be around. Yes, they are. Listen, that fear response in that situation is sometimes nature just trying to save your life. That's your parasympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight syndrome. Your body is trying to react to a very present danger. Okay? When you run into those, don't mistreat nobody. Please still be nice, but be real nice while you're running away. DC says, I know someone like that. I had to let him go. I got my own issues. Nika say, run, Forrest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to run. Run is good. Neil say, sis, you are in here preaching the truth. Got me wanting to say amen. I know someone right now whose mental state is so far gone that their therapist is taking him off work for 30 days. Intense. Yes. And Keaton got the running emojis. Yes, lace up your shoes. And if you run better barefoot, ladies, put your heels in your purse and take off. I've done it. When I was still coaching, I met a man like that. I sure did. I pretended to go to the bathroom at the restaurant. I put my heels in my pocketbook and I slipped out that front door. That's back when my knee was still good. I took off. I took flight. I got small. Okay? So it's nothing wrong with running. Sometimes running to save your life. Don't be too proud to run either. I ain't proud. Just say I love your commentary. You have such a great spirit. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Amen. Ain't no shame in running. Alita, thank you so much for joining the royal family. Y'all, please give Alita the royal family welcome and make sure she feels welcome, loved, and appreciated over here in the family. Yes, a therapist can write a note off from work. Yes, they can. They can take you off from work too. They can take you off from work and you will not be able to return till they release you. Stephanie say, or learn how to run in heels. Yeah, I used to be able to do that too. But I was real scared that night. And that man was taller than me. So I didn't want to take no chances. I took them shoes off and I tiptoed my tall butt out that door and took off. Okay, I was out of there. And I encourage you to do the same thing. If you meet somebody and their representative seem nice on the first 2 or 3 dates, and then the great pretender shows up and he got stories for everything, and she got stories for everything, understand that it may be time for you to take off. It just might be your time to slip your heels into your purse and get the hell up out of there. Okay? We got to be more careful. Queen PJB, thank you so much for joining the Royal family. You are so, so welcome. Listen, for the new Royal family members, y'all make sure y'all go to that community tab, scroll down to the poll, and let us know what time works best for you for Friday for movie night, because we will be having movie night on Zoom for members only. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun. And everybody who's coming to movie night, bring your best or your favorite white and brown liquor because we will be doing the shot game. Hey, Lady Linda Bird, I'm so glad to see you. You know, you always make me smile as soon as I see you. So happy you're here. Yeah, heels are great weapons. Yes, you might need them. So that's that on that. Now, I don't have to tell y'all about these people bringing us the representatives when they first date us. We've covered the great pretenders, the level ones that we've all been, and some of y'all still are, according to what you're saying in this chat. Meaning, if you're a level one, you're somebody who has at one point or still now has pretended that you're okay when you're not. You have pretended, yes, Nika, put them royal red bottoms. Listen, y'all go in the royal family emojis and grab them red bottoms and put them in the chat. Y'all spam me with the red bottoms because I want y'all to take that away from you. Run from crazy people, okay? If you're a level one and you have ever or still currently pretend to be okay when you're not, you're afraid to say that you need help when you do. If you're somebody who has ever, and I do mean ever, been in a situation where you feel like you're breaking down and you need support and you don't open your mouth and say so, please understand that you are most definitely a level one. And I want you to acknowledge that so that you can do better. And then if you run into someone who's a level one, please extend that love and support and let people know that You got their back, and they are not alone. This is very important too. While y'all still hitting me with them red bottoms and the stilettos, okay? Now, Mother of Diamonds is putting some important information here, and I want y'all to pay attention because somebody may need this. If you don't need it, pay attention because somebody around you, somebody in your community may. She says, please go apply for the Emergency Rent Assistance Program. In these different states, they are giving out money to help people with their rental assistance. If you are behind on the rent, go and get some help. These people are doing it. It's the Emergency Rental Assistance. Usually you can check by your county. Sometimes it's done by the state. Juanetta says she already applied for hers. Please do not let these people send that money back to Washington, because after a certain time, when the time elapses, they're going to have to return that money to the federal government. Go and apply for rental assistance. Some people, yes, Keaton says, pass it on to those in need. Please do, okay? Because here's the thing. Some of these states, if you're even behind a little bit, they'll pay it, and they'll pay a couple of months in advance. And there are some states you don't have to be behind at all, and they will still pay a couple of months in advance. And Ned is also telling you good information. You can call 211 for assistance as well. So please don't be prideful and not get help when you know you can use it, or if you know that you can use that help, or somebody around you can use it. Take the information and bring it to them here, please. All right? You so crazy. Erica says she just got here and just tuned in 3 minutes and realized I'm a number one. Yeah, you're a level one, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So accept it, be aware of it, and do better. The level twos are the people who need help, and they will hang around and try to use how do I want to put it, an indirect means of getting help from people rather than just to say I need the help. So the level ones just won't let anybody know at all. A level two will actually try to help themselves by being around other folks and trying to pick up information, or trying to, slick grab information when you could just open yourself up and say, hey, I need this help. Some people have done it. That's okay. People find them annoying. These are the people who usually, when you're talking to them, they say, I know. Everything is I know. They don't want to admit their deficits. And always remember, if you've been that person, it's okay. You can be better. And if you're around those people and they get on your nerves, please don't throw them away, because people are valuable. People are more valuable than money, okay? So don't throw them away. Be patient with them and understand they're coming from a place of brokenness. And I saw some of that in the chat. Y'all will let me know that you open up to people and they hurt your feelings. And that's okay. And that's okay. You just checked out my Amazon wish list. Listen, you're gonna see lots of blingy, glittery stuff, because that's what I like. Little stuff, and just happy stuff. Nothing big, but I like happy things. So I'm glad you checked that out. That's so cool. DGF says, dated a psycho for 2 months, showed my psychology professor his emails, and she advised, you can't leave him. You're gonna have to make him leave you. I proceeded to the biggest turnoff in the D. Listen, she told you right. Some people you do have to make them leave you just so you can be safe. So then that was a level 3. So those level 2s, be patient. Um, you know, Try to identify from your own points of brokenness, places where you've had to heal from, traumas that you had, things that you've gone through, and made you close off, made you not open up, and made you not be vulnerable. And those level 3s, y'all, I seen all them red bottoms in the chat, so y'all know what we do for level 3s. We put our heels in our purses. And gentlemen, you ain't gotta take your docs off, or you ain't gotta take your Stacey Adams off, but just run, okay? Jam say, get Yoda on your Amazon wish list, ma'am. I will add it. I will add it today. I'm gonna add Baby Yoda so I can get me so somebody can bless me with a Baby Yoda. I love Baby Yoda. He makes me so happy. I'm so glad Princess made it in. Okay, so we're gonna get into the dream segment of this live, because I know y'all keep wanting me to cover the dreams, so I'm gonna do that. But I didn't want to miss out on our actual crown chat. So we covered the Great Pretenders. We got some good information. Nova Diamonds brought us another nice little reminder about that rental assistance, check with your county first and then check with your state. And they said you can dial 211 to also get that information. To be Black Native, you had something you wanted to add real quick before we move on?
I just, as soon as you said run, I saw Keaton's little joggers running across the screen. And then the scripture popped up in my head. It says, flee fornication. So if you're on a first date and he's already ready to go get busy, run.
Well, we're not covering that today. We'll talk about sex another day to be Black
Oh,
Native. We
okay.
ain't getting that deep today, sis. But I appreciate what you're saying. You ain't saying nothing wrong. But yeah, we're not talking about that
Oh, you're
today.
not talking about dating either.
No,
Because
no, no. That was
sometimes,
just an example. We didn't get into all that. But I appreciate you.
okay. I don't know why that popped up in my head when I saw those little people run.
Hey,
You can run.
listen, somebody
And
might
that's
have
one
needed
of the
to hear
things you
that.
need to run
Somebody,
from right away.
yeah, somebody might have needed to hear that. But I do thank you. I'm gonna slide on to our next
Love
topic.
y'all. God
Love you
bless.
too. Bye bye.
Bye.
So the next thing we're gonna cover is the dream segment because y'all keep wanting me to cover these dreams. I get inboxes, I get emails. If it's something lightweight, I can help you here. If it's something real heavy, we gonna do that, in the inbox or on the email because I don't want to tell nobody's business or talk about something that may expose too much of your personal business on no live stream. This is way too public. You know what I mean? Hey, Prudence. She says, just got home from date night with my hubby. All right. And catching your live. He still does not understand why I'm hooked on your channel. Well, tell brother-in-law we said, hey, okay, we happy to have it. All right. So on to this segment, which, I don't know. I just feel like it must be too much to cover in one. Okay, audio is messing up. Okay, let me switch. Y'all give me a second. Nope. Is it still messed up? Yeah. New Year's base said, thank you for feeding our minds and soul. Thank you so much for the super chat, dear. All right. Is this better, y'all? I hope it is. Okay, got it. All right. New Year's Base says, thanks for feeding our minds and souls, sis. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. I hope y'all can hear me better. Okay, Keaton says I sound okay now. Yeah, y'all know at a certain point, I don't know, I have to switch, and I don't mind switching. I just do whatever I have to do to make sure it works. Ialode, hi. She says, oh man, I missed the whole topic. I'm just joining in. Thankfully, I can see the replay. Very true, very true. You can always grab that replay. Okay, DC says, maybe it's just me, but your voice sounds like it's coming back as though you've been talking during this live. I don't know. You know what? Maybe my voice is coming back. Let me find out that y'all out here sending me healing vibes and healing my throat while I'm talking to y'all. Let me find out. I already brag on my little family over here. Y'all really let me know what it is. So on the dream topics. Does anybody have anything that we need to cover? Yes, Natural Born Queen. Y'all please hit that like button. Anything that y'all want to cover. Because there's so many topics and it's like it's such a vast topic. Like we could literally do a stream just devoted to that in members only, and we would be probably all month trying to cover everything, whether it's warning dreams, whether it's dreams of promise, or whether it's dreams that somebody's trying to use witchcraft on you. There's so many things that we could really cover. Lolly Lop, thank you so much for the super sticker. You are so sweet. I appreciate it. Mo Walker says, I don't remember my dreams. Now, girl, you can get you a dream journal so you can make sure that you write everything down. Just write it down as you go. And then that way, like when you first wake up, put it down or just say it out loud. Because there are times when something is really, really important, but when we wake up, it's a matter of like it's like something almost snatches it out of your mind. If you don't say it immediately, you'll lose it. So that's a real thing that you got to kind of take into account. Dream journals are great. They're absolutely great. um Jaja says missing. What was misinterpreted? Like, did somebody misinterpret a dream of yours? Okay, DC said maybe dream journals would make good royal merchandise. You know what? I think it would. I really do think it would. So I might have to look into that to making sure I can make those available. We're right here in Houston. Fortunately, we have an international district where I can grab things wholesale. So maybe I just need to grab a bunch of them wholesale so I can make sure y'all have them at a very, very, very cheap price. Usually, like, it just depends. A lot of times when you get those items out of China, we might be able to find them for pennies on the dollar. So we might be able to really get us a bunch of them and mop up. I might be able to get them so I can just give them out free. Hey, Keaton.
Hey,
How you doing, dear heart?
I'm good. How's everybody doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm up here with my struggle voice, but I'm all right.
Doesn't sound bad.
I appreciate you. What's going on with you good today?
Now that we're on the dream situation topic, I had one last night. Move it.
Okay.
And it stuck out. Sorry, my dog's
Mhm.
in the way. Um, I was hanging out with my friends,
Mhm.
right? And my friends kept saying, "You can't go out like that." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I had worms in my face that I was pulling from my face. And
Oh.
every time I would pull one, another one would come out. And that has been my recent dream as of last night.
And these friends that you were with, are these
Yeah.
old friends? Are these new people that you kind of just started hanging around with?
Within the past year, during the pandemic,
Was there one in particular that stuck out in that dream?
uh, two actually.
Are these two people related, or did you meet them together?
No, I met them together.
You met them together.
Yeah,
Okay,
at a another friend's party.
that's a dream. That's a warning to you. That's a warning. There's going to be a negative outcome if you keep company with these people too much. You might want to be careful.
So I got to be continue to remain
Just
selective with my
yeah,
friend intake.
be careful. Just be careful because and that dog is so cute. But
Thank you.
when you see that type of a thing, like that's like almost like an infestation. It's showing you that something is trying to infest and it's
Okay.
related to those people. That's why you saw them there. So you want to be careful and kind of watch yourself around those folks and start paying attention to the things that they do. Start paying attention to any habits or patterns that you pick up in their behavior. But just be real mindful. Be careful.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's a
I
warning
want
dream, baby.
I want to pop up real quick. I got to take care of this horse real fast so he can get out of
That's a
my.
do- that is a cute. Can we see the doggy?
Come here.
Oh, look at him. He looks like a stuffed animal. He's so shaggy. Oh
Nine
my
months.
gosh. What's his name?
Blazer,
Blazer. And what breed is he?
German wired hair pointer.
He's so cute. Oh
Oh,
my
thank you.
gosh. I love
He,
doggies.
he has a haircut in 2 weeks to get rid of his shag. He has a
To
dog
get
show
rid of
coming
some of
up.
his shag.
Yeah, he
Okay,
has a
so he's pure he's purebred.
yeah.
Oh. So are you gonna breed him?
At some point, not right
At
now. He's
some
only 9 months.
Oh, he's gonna be a big boy.
Oh yeah, they're $4,000 a puppy.
Oh, he's too precious.
All right, can you go? Get down. Well, I'll
Oh,
go ahead and hop down. I'm gonna take care of him real quick and get back in the
okay.
bushes.
Well, thank you for hopping up here and talking to me. I figured I would
Absolutely.
go ahead and just throw this in the end because y'all be having so many questions. And it's like I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing. So I was like, I just put it at the end of the crown chats. So that way, if anybody needs to get questions answered or whatever, we can do it real quick, unless it is something really, really personal. But that one, thank goodness, was real lightweight.
Mhm.
DC said, "Oh, we have a royal puppy." So that big boy Blazer is now the royal puppy. All right, Blazer.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to send Blazer some goodies.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
All
all right.
right.
Go walk, Blazer,
All
and we'll
right.
holler
Thank
at
you.
you later. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow on the porch. I know you're coming.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so
All
much,
right.
Keaton.
Bye.
Now Sharon says When I visited my father years ago, I had a dream that hands were reaching out of a grave at me. I would open my eyes and the hands would get closer. I woke up and slept downstairs in the chair. Girl, there wasn't no dead people coming to get you. That was just, past. That was the past reaching out, like things from dead situations that were really trying to affect your current life. But I can see how that would be scary. I wouldn't want no zombies coming to get me either. Mother Diamond says, "Q looking for a dog walker." That dog is adorable. That dog is absolutely adorable. But on the real, like I said, a lot of times these, topics like that can go off into a spiral. And I try not to get into too many spirals. I try to stay on topic as much as I can when we in here for Crown Chat. Because y'all know we ain't supposed to be in here that long. It's supposed to be, get in, handle it, and get on out. But it don't always go that way. Hey, Misha. How you doing? You made it in. Okay. So with that being said, does anybody else want to pop up and have anything to say, anything to add to the topic of the great pretenders? Any pretenders you know? Have you been one, or is there one currently on your goddamn nerves? Or if you got a dream topic and you want to pop up and ask a question, this is the time to do so. This is your time. This is your time. In the meanwhile, housekeeping. Those of y'all who have not hit the like button, please help me out and hit the like button. I'm begging for likes. Please, please, please like. Even if you don't subscribe, hit the like button. But on the other hand, if you don't mind subscribing, please do that too. And if you want to become members, listen, we have members that have wanted to do it, and for whatever reason they weren't able to. We'll help you out over here. And there's even a couple of other ladies who have volunteered anonymously to help people get memberships if they want to have a membership. So please don't let money be a obstacle for you. Don't let money be an obstacle for you. If you want to be a member, let us know, and we definitely got your back, okay? And then for those of you who are members, please make sure that you go and vote on movie night and tell us when you want to start. And also, I want y'all to start thinking about, because we're going to try to do it once a month, movie night. So start thinking about what movie y'all might want to watch next month. This one y'all don't get to vote on. I picked this one because this is my favorite movie, or one of my favorite. Well, maybe my most favorite. I'm not sure. But I picked that first one. But after that, y'all can vote. And I'm going to give y'all time to vote so we can, decide as a group what movie we going to watch next. Whatever gets the most votes, or y'all can make suggestions, and then I'll make a poll, and then everybody will vote on what we want to watch, and whatever y'all want to watch is what we'll watch. And we will always be doing movie night on Zoom, so that way we can have fun and not worry about YouTube, their policies. We ain't got to worry about whether it's a copyright or whatever. Well, all right, Gloria. The description is in the membership link is in the description box below. So, hit it and come on in. I made sure the prices are really, 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 really low. And some of the Avatar movie, that was a good movie. And what is it? Oh, I'm not telling you. It's a secret. Yep, it is a secret until Friday. Friday, I will tell y'all what the movie is. And have your alcohol for your shot game. And make sure you're ready to have a good time, because that's exactly what we're going to do. Also, so by next month, if everybody puts their suggestions in, y'all see my email, you see my Instagram, you can hit my inbox. Everybody will tell you. If you message me, I message back almost immediately. But all suggestions for next month's movie night need to go in the email or the inbox on Instagram. And I will make a list, and then I will make a poll, okay? So that people can vote on movies. And so that way you can pick your movie for next month, and we'll be back on Zoom so we can listen to our music, have our drinks, play our shot games, and just do our thing as a family offer here. But that is for members only. Also, again, if you want to become a member and you know you're having difficulties, also reach out to me via email or inbox on Instagram. And that information is scrolling on the screen below my big old face. Let me see what y'all say. She says, "Are you working around YouTube tonight or free?" Oh, I'm free tonight. I ain't doing no work, I don't think. Yes, JC is telling. JC is actually our entertainment coordinator, and she's telling y'all, be sure to vote. Voting is important. And yes, Mobile Diamonds is telling you I call, message, and email. I'm fast. I try to be really, really fast. It's very hard to catch me where I won't answer you almost immediately. Auntie Eva is on the community tab. If you go to the main page for the channel and click on the community tab, just scroll down just a little bit. The poll is there for you to vote on start times for a movie night on Friday because we are watching movies on Friday. We're going to have us a good time, like a little slumber party. Okay, so we're going to have a good time. And JC is reminding y'all to bring your white or brown liquor. Okay, because we're going to play the shot game. So let me see. I think we covered everything else. Let me check and see what y'all got to say. Leslie Prim said, what's the meaning of dreaming of someone who has lots of arms and hands? It could probably be positive or negative. Leslie Prim, I can almost guarantee you that is a negative dream. That's showing you something or someone or a situation that is going to get you caught in a trap. That's something sent to ensnare you, meaning that there's too many different ways that you can get yourself in trouble. There's too many different ways that you can get caught up. But if you want to hit me on the email or the inbox, I'll give you more insight to that. But yeah, definitely a negative dream. You definitely want to cancel that. You don't want to. You don't really want that to manifest. Okay. Corrine say bye y'all. See you in the YouTube streets. Yeah, I know y'all be out there in them YouTube streets too. So I think we've covered everything as usual. I tried to keep the time, to a minimum. I didn't want to keep y'all too long, but I appreciate you all for coming. I appreciate you for interacting. I appreciate you all for giving your input and talking back to me. That's really important. So I really appreciate you. I love you guys. Those of you who went to my Amazon wish list, thank you so much. That's so awesome. I will be adding Baby Yoda for Jam so I can make sure I get me a Baby Yoda because I love Baby Yoda. But anyway, you guys, in the meanwhile, hopefully you liked this video, you subscribed if you haven't already, share it if you get the notion to, and please make sure you have a great Wednesday. Stay encouraged and make sure you encourage somebody else. And in the meanwhile, I love you guys and I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.